This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, police have revealed the location north of Dunedin where a man's body was found in an advanced state of decomposition. The north end of Dunedin is humming while the University of Otago's orientation is in full swing. And police have visited the paddock where slain miniature horse Star used to live. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Sophie Morris. Police announced this morning they have arrested 2 people in connection with the discovery of a man's body north of Waitati. A post-mortem is taking place on the deceased today and formal identification will be completed later this week.
A bloody crime scene in St Clair where police and forensic scientists have been working since Sunday. This morning police announced they have arrested 2 people in connection with a body found north of Dunedin.
The arrests were made in Rotorua late yesterday afternoon, and as a result of that, 2 people, there is a male who's been arrested, he's 37 years of age, and he will be charged with murder. The second person is a woman aged 30 years, and she's being charged with accessory to murder.
The body was found on Steep Hill Road, which runs off State Highway 1 north of Waitati, and they hope to complete a formal identification later this week.
Our thoughts are with the family of the victim at the moment, and police and victim support will be and have been providing support through this investigation.
The arrests are linked to this crime scene investigation in St Clair's Lock Street.
Police would also like to thank the members of the public in Lock Street who have provided support to the team that was working up there in the last couple of days.
Detective Inspector Lowe says there's no information to suggest the death is gang-related, but she's not able to speculate on whether it's connected to illegal drugs.
We are not looking for anyone else in relation to this matter, and the deceased was known to the 2 people who have been arrested.
Police are still seeking further information regarding a dark blue 1995 Toyota People Mover that travelled from Dunedin to Picton early on Tuesday morning a fortnight ago. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Applause and laughter were mixed with tears at the Glenroy Auditorium yesterday at a public funeral for Dunedin man Graham Crombie. He was described as a larger-than-life character and was known nationwide in the field of accountancy. Around 400 people packed into the auditorium to remember and celebrate his life. Mr Crombie died last week at Dunedin Hospital at age 55. The north end of Dunedin is humming while the University of Otago's orientation is in full swing. Tent City, on the lawn outside Otago Museum, is wall-to-wall with various clubs and societies offering students recreational activities while they study in Dunedin.
University Tent City, offering a wide range of activities for both old and young. From religious organisations to political parties, hundreds of groups were looking to sign people up to play, dance or pray. University chaplain, the Reverend Greg Hewson, has been a guiding voice on campus even before many of these new entrants were born, and says there are many options for students.
The clubs and the societies, and there are a good number of religious groups, and all sorts of options for students to join and to find support going forward, so that they have opportunities to meet new friends and go on camps and enjoy all sorts of opportunities together.
He's a member of the Dunedin Interfaith Council, which he says bring together the Muslim, Jewish and Christian faiths. Another long-term familiar face around campus is Paul McDonald-Gurley, who's pleased with the growing diversity of students.
And it's just so much more exciting. That diversity has meant that there's a much greater richness, and I think the debate around where the world's going is so much more enhanced. And it really does demonstrate that we can all live together in harmony when we work with it and help each other out. It's just exciting.
The Wildlife Hospital is a newer addition to Dunedin and had a bench of vibrant young volunteers who say they've received a lot of interest.
Yeah, we've actually gotten quite a few people sign up, which is really encouraging.
His sentiments are echoed by the chairman of the Wildlife Hospital Board, Steve Walker, who says support for the organisation is growing rapidly. The University of Otago has been recruiting people through its international office for many years, and one of those who's travelled the furthest is Canadian BCom and PE student Vincent Lepont.
I heard about it because, to be honest, I always wanted to go to Australia, but people say that New Zealand is just so much better. So I started to listen, and then I came over here, and I'm pretty glad I did.
OUSA's tent city remains in place over the orientation period. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Police have visited the Waitati paddock where a miniature horse called Star was stabbed 41 times by an assailant who remains at large. University of Canterbury criminologist Professor Greg Newbold believes there were two main possibilities regarding the type of person or people who carried out the horse attack in Waitati. Newbold says those people behind the attacks either had a grudge against the horse owners or are psychopaths who enjoy seeing an animal suffer. He says while people occasionally kill animals as retribution against their owners, they usually do so in a more humane way. And following on from that story, owners and friends of Star have set up flowers and a sign in memory of the miniature horse. A community vigil to remember the pony has been arranged for the weekend.
Holding a vigil for slain miniature horse Star in the Waitati field he called home. Yesterday, detectives and a police photographer were shown around the paddock at the corner of Brown and Pitt Streets by Star's owner, Mandy Mayhem Bullock. She says detectives removed a bloody piece of rope from her home, and she and her husband have begun their own inquiries, scouring the paddock with a metal detector in search of a weapon. A shrine has popped up beside Star's paddock, featuring a sign reading RIP Star, and it's hoped young children walking home from school will take comfort in the floral display. Star was buried at a property up the hill on Tuesday under an apple tree, as his nickname was Applejack. A veterinarian initially hoped Star would survive, but the horse died the night after the attack after a wound punctured his bowel. A candlelit vigil in Waitati is set for 7:30 p.m. this Sunday. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. Otago University students celebrate at the annual Toga Party, and Toitui works through its way of a backlog of artefacts.
ID Dunedin Fashion Week is celebrating 20 years and you're invited to the show. One amazing show, 2 nights, Friday 15 and Saturday 16 March at Dunedin's Regent Theatre. The show features ID International Emerging Designer Awards and a runway show from 16 of New Zealand's leading established designers. Tickets are available from Ticket Direct. Grab a group of friends and book today. For all the details, www.idfashion.co.nz.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Need to rent an EFTPOS? Whether it's just a week or the whole season, maybe a pop-up store, a concert or event, Anything's POS have equipment available to suit your needs for retail and hospitality with local support. To rent, lease or buy, contact Anything's POS.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren, his Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Blimey! At Alex Campbell Menswear, they've got too much great stock. There is 50% off the lot. And Lindsay's decided to extend the sale only until March the 3rd at 4 p.m.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Welcome back. It was chilly in Dunedin's Forsyth Bar Stadium last night, but that didn't stop students celebrating the start of the academic year at the annual toga party. More than 3,000 students took part in the annual O-Week event, getting into the mood and tearing up the dance floor.
Dressed elaborately in togas made from sheets and decorated with vines, as well as colourful wreaths, wings and tinsel. These students give this year's toga party the thumbs up.
It's going good, amazing, good new experience, especially when you're from somewhere else.
This is the first O-Week thing I've been to. It's great.
University of Otago Vice-Chancellor Harleen Hayne says she's happy with how O-Week has gone so far.
So we started on Friday with our all-campus picnic, which was magnificent. We had our convocation ceremony on Monday, we had sports day yesterday, and today we're here at the toga party. So far everything has been fantastic.
Amongst all the events on during this week, Hayne rates the toga party as one of her favourites.
You get 3,000 young people together who are meeting people for the very first time, and as you can hear, they're all very, very excited. They've taken a lot of time with their appearance, so they're all dressed very nicely. It's fantastic.
Volunteers from Red Fog, College and Are You OK were present, and St John also had ambulances on hand. OUSA President James Heath says the safety of the students is a priority.
It's going really well today, and we've got a whole range of support services to make sure our students are having as well as a fun time, also a safe time. So far, I couldn't ask for any better actually. It's a really great start to O-Week and Toga.
Keeping everyone entertained were New Zealand-based DJ production duo Sweet Mix Kids, Times Times 2 and Lucana. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Toitu Otago Settlers Museum staff are making good progress in catching up with a backlog of artefacts which have built up over the last 5 years. Acting Visiting Experience Manager Tim Cornelius says the backlog built up after the museum's redevelopment in 2012.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a backlog with some of our donations, the gifts that people have brought into the museum during the 2012 redevelopment project, which sort of left us with the wonderful museum we've got today. Some of those sort of behind the scenes processes got a little bit left behind. We had to shift the entire collection from one old space into our new collection store, and it's left us with a few what we're calling legacy issues, things that, as we sort of fired into running a new museum and getting all our new exhibitions up and running, some of those things have sort of fallen behind a little bit. So what we're really doing is deploying sort of some of our skilled staff into looking at those. We've divided up into a series of really doable projects that will make a real difference to behind the scenes sort of things. And that will then allow us to operate the front of house a lot better, because we'll know where everything is and what everything is, and all of our donors and the people who have made donations to the museum will have all of their paperwork in order, and we'll know everything's in the right place. It gives me an opportunity to see a lot of the beautiful objects that are in the collection, and there's a huge amount of variety. You know, one day we might be looking at old photographs or a photograph album, the next day it could be a vehicle or I've been stunned by the range of things that people have donated, and all with that an amazing link to a Dunedin story and to Dunedin people, so it's been really enjoyable. You know, for 100 years now, people have been able to rock up with a bag in their, under their arm, dump it on the front desk and say, here you go, we've been clearing out Nana's attic. So we can't really operate under those terms anymore. There's just so much stuff out there. So these days we encourage people who've got things that feed into the stories of Dunedin and Otago to give us a call first, make an appointment to come along to one of our monthly donation clinics, which the curators here run, and they'll do an appraisal of those objects. Another one of the legacy projects which we're addressing at the moment is completing the cataloguing process of our costume and textiles collection. There's some magnificent things in the museum collection there, beautiful frocks and gowns and things which we've featured in exhibitions before, and I know are a very popular part of our collection. Again, a lot of that stuff hasn't really been given the attention it deserves due to resources being deployed elsewhere during the redevelopment and things. And so now we're going through bit by bit and opening up some of those boxes and having a really good look and learning a lot more about what we have in the stores.
After the break on the South Today, we hear the latest news from Central Otago and we check out tomorrow's weather.
Dunedin Beds R Us are having a stock clearance sale during the month of February. Up to 50% off New Zealand made sleepyhead beds. Come see Ricky and the team at 505 Princess Street next to Armstrong Prestige. Plenty of parking.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
Need to rent an FPOS? Whether it's just a week or the whole season, maybe a pop-up store, a concert or event, Anything's POS have equipment available to suit your needs for retail and hospitality with local support. To rent, lease or buy, contact Anything's POS.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Blimey! At Alex Campbell Menswear, they've got too much great stock. There is 50% off the lot. And Lindsay's decided to extend the sale only until March the 3rd at 4 p.m.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
ID Dunedin Fashion Week is celebrating 20 years and you're invited to the show. One amazing show, 2 nights, Friday 15 and Saturday 16 March at Dunedin's Regent Theatre. The show features ID International Emerging Designer Awards and a runway show from 16 of New Zealand's leading established designers. Tickets are available from Ticket Direct. Grab a group of friends and book today. All the details, www.idfashion.co.nz.
Welcome back. An application for $1 million 18-hole golf course near Arrowtown has hit the rough. A Queenstown Council planner is recommending the application be turned down when it's heard this Monday. Queenstown Tourism heavyweight Sir John Davies is behind the development, which could include 96 homes on a 159-hectare property near the Art Market Bendemeer subdivision. Backers have argued that local golf tourism is growing so strongly and other courses needed. Organisers of a petition calling for the retention of the Millennium Tile Path along the lakefront at Wanaka are feeling a little more confident the path will be saved. Concerns were first raised last December about planned redevelopments of Wanaka's South Beach destroying the path.
If and how this pathway along the Wanaka lakeshore will be retained is set to be revealed at a Wanaka Community Board meeting in early April. 1,700 people have signed a petition calling for the path to be kept following redevelopments planned for the area. Petition organiser Liz Hall says the tiles were designed to be a long-lasting project.
At least 30 people volunteered to write the information on the tiles in black glaze, and then we got potters to re-fire those tiles, so the information was written down permanently.
She says many people and organisations from around Wanaka have contributed to the project.
We had over 200 people who bought a tile for $100 each. That was to fund the whole project.
The Community Board and the Queenstown Lakes District Council are now looking at how to retain the tile path, although it is likely to be relocated. A report on the redevelopment is set to be tabled at a Community Board meeting in early April. In Wanaka, for the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Police have revealed the location north of Dunedin where a man's body was found following the discovery of a grisly crime scene. The north end of Dunedin is humming while the University of Otago's orientation is in full swing as students begin discovering clubs and societies. And a memorial has gone up in Waitati to the much-loved pony known as Star, while police investigations continue. And time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig.
Good evening. Yeah, a big announcement today regarding tax, with the Working Tax Group headed by former Finance Minister Michael Cullen releasing its recommendations for the way of the future. Lots of detail in the report, and maths was never a strong point for me, so we're kind of wading our way through it now. And long way to go before any of this will come into effect, but I guess the big talking point is the capital gains tax and maybe targeting property investors, those sorts of things. So yeah, we've analysed that and we'll try and spell it out for our readers tomorrow. Also, more on the murder as well, two appearing in court this afternoon in Rotorua, a man and a woman. They've been remanded in custody to reappear in Dunedin next month, so it's going to be certainly plenty of interest in that case once it gets to the trial situation. On a brighter note, we've got the Halberg Sports Awards tonight. Fingers crossed for 3 Otago snow sport athletes who are nominated there, including Paralympian Adam Hall, so you'll be keeping a close eye on that with our website as well throughout the night. And Super Rugby back in Dunedin tomorrow, first game of the season at home. The Highlanders and Reds, likely to be a packed stadium. Of course, there's tickets part of the orientation package as well, so the Zoo will be in full voice, yes. we don't doubt. And a bit of added extra as well with the Reds coach Brad Thorne, a long-term Highlander himself, so he's coming home, and yeah, it'll be a good battle, so we've got coverage on that.
Great, well thank you Craig. All of that and more in tomorrow's ODT. And time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mulnap.
Beginning with the southern view, looking from Tent City to legendary watering hole, the Captain Cook Tavern. Looking at the situation, some colder days ahead with showers at times this weekend and south to southwesterly winds, often strong and gusty. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect a wet day with highs of 21 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect some cloud, a shower or two and highs of 26 degrees. In Canterbury, plan for a cloudy day and a 24 degree for Kaikoura high. Christchurch is due for 26 and Ashburton 22. To the southern towns, fresh southwesterlies and showers for the region. The Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore should all reach 15 degrees. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, moderate southwesterlies and a few showers. Wanaka and Alexandra are aiming for 18, Queenstown 17, while Te Anau should expect showers, fresh southwesterlies and 15 degrees. To the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru can expect moderate southwesterlies, some cloud, with 21 for Timaru and 20 for Oamaru. Twizel and Omarama are due to have moderate southwesterlies, some showers and highs of 19. In Dunedin, mostly fine tonight, but showers by dawn with southwesterlies and an overnight low of 11. Morning showers clearing tomorrow, then mostly fine with sunny periods and moderate to fresh cool southwesterlies for most of the day. An overnight low of 11 and a high during the day of 17. Cloudy with a few brief light showers on Saturday, colder with moderate southerlies. Looking at a high of 14 and a low of 9. And in Invercargill, showers developing tonight with cold southwesterlies freshening, an overnight low of 10 degrees. Cloudy tomorrow with showers and fresh, gusty, cool southwesterlies, aiming for a high of 14 and a low of 9. Showers clearing for a time on Saturday, but returning during the afternoon. Gusty, cold southwesterlies, looking at a high of 13 and a low of 8. That's all for our news this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.